So the biggest GST reset in years has kicked in today, easing pressure on your wallet. From kitchen staples to electronics, medicines to automobiles, prices are set to drop under the revamped tax regime. This is launched on the first day of Navratri. Remember, the next generation GST, or what the Prime Minister Narendra Modi has termed, this is GST Bachat Utsav. This marks a significant overhaul. So what is this overhaul really looking like? This is GST 2.0. What's new? Let's simplify all of that for you, because there are just two slabs that now remain as far as the GST is concerned. That's 5% and 18%. The 12% and 28% has been done away with. Healthcare and essentials get cheaper. Soaps, toothpaste, breads, your daily essential items, make your breakfast much cheaper. That have gone down to either nil or just 5%. So that 12% is completely done away with. Life-saving drugs, they now are down from 12%, that was the case earlier, to either no GST or just 5%. Two-wheelers, small cars, and this is also the big move by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. TVs, ACs, also cement. That now goes down from 28% to just 18%. If you take a look at farming, machinery, and also irrigation gear, that is down from 12% to 5% now. Also luxury goods at 40%. So this is what it is looking like at the moment, that this is the slab that we are talking about. No 12%, no 28%. We are looking at 5 and 18 particularly. Now, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is currently in Arunachal Pradesh. He's interacting with consumers and traders ahead of that big announcement that he'd made yesterday. And he's now set to launch key infrastructure projects. These are the live visuals of the Prime Minister as he is on a Northeast blitz. He's meeting with traders, consumers, interacting with all of them. There you see GST Bachat Utsav, and that Utsav has been started by the Prime Minister from the Northeast himself. He is part of that Bachat Utsav. Remember, he made that announcement and he said the first day of Mahalaya, first day of Navratri, this is going to be kicking in. And there it is, the Prime Minister meeting with the traders. He'd also be interacting with all the consumers as the benefit now passes down to them. Garv hoke kaho Swadeshi. You can see all of that part of that interaction of Prime Minister Narendra Modi as he is currently in Arunachal Pradesh. So right after that big announcement, he is headed to the Northeast. He is in Arunachal Pradesh. He's meeting with all the traders, and this is a big push, a big impetus for Make in India, for manufacturing in India, so that the consumers also benefit. Any kind of export that goes out of the products that are manufactured in India, all of that benefit ends up coming back to the consumers, also traders here in the country. Mahavikas push by Prime Minister Narendra Modi as he begins his Northeastern blitz, and he's currently there interacting with all the traders, meeting with them, looking and taking into account what their worries are, what their grievances have been, and how he has ended up redressing them. All of that is part of that interaction as we are putting out these visuals for our viewers. Prime Minister Modi in Arunachal Pradesh meeting with all the traders there. He is part of the GST Bachat Utsav as he spearheaded this entire Bachat Utsav. He's made that announcement and now he started it from the Northeast in Arunachal Pradesh. My colleague Payal Mehta is now joining us on the broadcast. Payal, very good morning to you. Prime Minister Modi launching from the very start the Bachat Utsav, the GST Bachat Utsav there in the Northeast in Arunachal Pradesh. We're getting these visuals for our viewers. More on this, please.
Well, of course, a very, very important day. Today marks the first day of Navratra, which is a very, very auspicious occasion on this aspect. And the Prime Minister, in fact, addressed the nation yesterday, Griha. He said that this is the Bachat Utsav which gets underway today. And he is, in fact, called upon the people of the country to, spend their heart out and spend what they want to really buy, what they've been aspiring to buy, and, in fact, go ahead and buy local stuff. That is something which the Prime Minister has, of course, been speaking about. And the Prime Minister's visit at Arunachal today will be of great significance, and it is, of course, in the backdrop of the GST Bachat Utsav. He also handed him placards which clearly says that Garv se kaho hum Swadeshi hai, ye Swadeshi hai. Shopkeepers were extremely happy on receiving these placards. and of course interacting with the Prime Minister. Griha.
Also, 5,000 crore worth of developmental projects that the Prime Minister is set to launch. Payal, more on that also, considering he is going to be heading to Tripura after Arunachal Pradesh.
When Prime Minister Narendra Modi came to power in 2014, nobody really, gave much of importance to the Northeast. But the Prime Minister's, his government over the last 11 years has been constantly focusing on the welfare and the development of the Northeast region as well. In fact, the Prime Minister was here just a week or something ago when he had visited a couple of states, including Manipur and Assam. And today's visit is of great significance because he's going to be harnessing the vast hydroelectrical potential and promoting sustainable energy in the region. He will lay foundation stone of two major hydro power projects worth 3,700 crores in Itanagar, and he will also lay foundation stone of a state-of-the-art convention center Tawang. Tawang is of great cultural importance, a great tourist destination as well, and it is of course a landmark facility to host the national, to be able to host national and international conferences. So the Prime Minister will be holding key infrastructure projects to the tune of 1,290 crores, catering to various sectors including connectivity, health, fire safety, working women hostel, among the others. So it's going to be a very, very important day today as far as the first day of Navaratri is concerned. The Prime Minister, remember, Griha, fasts all through the 9 days. He is a great Upasak of Ma Durga. And he, of course, in fact, leading as far as the GST Bachat Utsav is concerned, interacting with the shopkeepers and the traders in the state of Arunachal, which is by the virtue of its size the largest state in the northeast and a very important state, given the fact that the SCO summit is where Prime Minister had gone to recently, and Arunachal has a great history to it. And of course, Arunachal has also been largely infamously, known for the Chinese impact.
Right, Payal, as you are giving us a lowdown of Prime Minister's visit to the Northeast, we are putting out these visuals of the GST Bachat Utsav, which the PM is the part of. He's interacting with the traders, like you rightly mentioned, also consumers. We will very soon have the audio up on these visuals. But anything that you're learning of, the kind of interaction that Prime Minister Modi was a part of?
Well, the Prime Minister, of course, explaining to people on ground as to what this really means. It is not just a Utsav for the consumers, but it is also Utsav for the manufacturers and the traders, because that is where, of course, people will be able to shop, will be able to buy, will be able to, do all of that. So that's going to be of great significance. And the fact that the Prime Minister has constantly spoken about the promotion of indigenous products, Swadeshi hai. Swadeshi movement is going to be of great significance. The Prime Minister has in fact asked all members of Parliament across the NDA to in fact hold these Swadeshi Melas for 9 days in a row. During Navratri, when people are out and about, they want to buy, they want to shop, they want to eat local stuff, they want to, in fact, prepare for the upcoming festivals also, because during the pujas, a lot of people, especially in the east and the northeastern part of the country, this is the annual spend for them. So the Prime Minister, in fact, telling them how important this Swadeshi movement can be.
Absolutely, Payal. And also Tripura, he is going to be part of a Maha Puja there, considering we are talking about 9 days of Navratri, like you rightly mentioned. So that is next on the cards for the Prime Minister.
Well, absolutely. Like I said, the Prime Minister is a great Upasak of Ma Durga, and whether he's in India or any part of the world, he is constantly fasting, irrespective of wherever he travels. And this Mata Tripura Sundari temple complex that he will be in fact participating in is of great significance. The Mata Tripura Sundari temple is the devotee, she's the deity of Tripura of great significance, and the project is also going to be of great importance, given the fact that under the Prasad scheme, it is one of the ancient Shakti Peeths that will be covered today. The Prime Minister, in fact, will be launching various schemes there in Tripura, including the Ma Tripura Sundari temple complex, and what a day to do it rather than the first day of which is of course the Navratra, which is celebrated across the country with a lot of fervor.
Absolutely, Payal. Thank you so much for All of the details there. Prime Minister Narendra Modi currently in the northeast in Arunachal Pradesh, and from there he heads to Tripura. We'll keep an eye on all the developments vis-a-vis the Prime Minister's visit to the northeast. Right now we are bringing in our colleague Arunima, who's joining us live on the broadcast this morning. Arunima, we're talking about the GST 2.0, the Bachat Utsav that has been announced by the Prime Minister. He's very much a part of the 9-day festivities in the northeast. But from the perspective of the consumers and also the traders, what is the first impression that you have been getting?
Right, the consumer, if you could ask a consumer who's buying his or her grocery, who's buying something in the retail sector, they're very happy. The basic breakfast, for example, your milk, your egg, your paneer, all of that is going to cost less. And that in the festival season, it's a season of fasting. So the consumer in that sense is cheering on. But I'm actually coming to you live from a textile manufacturing unit. This is an apparel manufacturing unit. It's their workstation here in Noida, from where I'm coming to you live, trying to understand the perspective from the other side. Arun is the Vice President Retail of Libas. Arun, while the consumer's point of view is that, this is a great occasion for them to go out and shop, the GST 2.0, what does it mean for manufacturers and retailers like you?
No, GST 2.0 is really a welcome move. It's a right step in the positive direction, and the simpler, the easier the execution, and it's going to be beneficial for all of us. But yes, and it's great for mass fashion because anything under 2,500 now will attract 5% instead of a 12%. But yes, there is a concern. The merchandise above 2,500, especially the occasion wear and the bridal wear, now attracts 18% instead of a 12%. So that right in the festive season, the bridal wedding market, and this is something which we are anticipating how the consumers are going to react.
Okay, so Graham, let me try and make that simpler for you. This piece, for example, is what Arun was showing to me earlier. Karwa Chauth is round the corner, the marriage season is round the corner, so a lot of to-be brides or new brides would want to invest in occasional wear like this. This costs more than 10,000, so that goes into the 18% slab. It was earlier costing 12%. So the 6% excess tax, are you passing it on to the consumer?
No, actually we are observing the part of it because we still want the customer to feel the value, and we didn't want them to have a knee-jerk reaction. So that is something from the brand we are doing it.
6% tax is what you are absorbing right now. Yes. Here's what my question to you is. Government says that this will set off a consumption pattern, encourage people to come and buy more. So whatever loss you are suffering, will that be offset by increased consumption?
Definitely, that's what we are also hoping for. In our everyday wear and casual and office wear, there's definitely a lot of benefit. And when consumers start spending less there, they might have a little bit of extra wallet to spend on their occasion and bridal wear. And that's going to be really beneficial for us.
Yes. So all those who to-be brides or people who are hoping to invest in occasional wear as far as Diwali Dashera is concerned, what Arun and his team here at Libas is hoping is all these beautiful pieces that they have carved out, instead of buying one, you will buy two or perhaps three, and that will help them offset whatever cost they have already incurred on it, because GST definitely, they've all decided to hear to the Prime Minister's missive and make this a festival in itself. So along with Dashera, Diwali, Karwa Chauth, there is a fourth festival, GST 2.0.
Absolutely.